Hi Scorpio, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space. And let's look at August. What's coming up for August for Scorpio in terms of love and relationship? We have a full moon in Aquarius on the 15th. And we have a new moon in Virgo on the 30th. And this new moon is going to be, it has beautiful energy. Mercury is finally going direct in August, and it gets out of its shadow on the 15th around the full moon. Uranus is going retrograde around that same time. Jupiter comes back online going forward. So I think August is going to be a little bit lighter than July was. July is just has been crazy with the eclipses and then Mercury retrograde on top of it. So I'm looking forward to August. Let's see what the cards say for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships for the month of August 2019? What does Scorpio need to know about the month of August 2019? In terms of love and relationships, what is coming up for Scorpio? The Tower, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Star, the Hermit, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the High Priestess, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords. So you start out the month waking up. You are waking up with the Tower. You're realizing that a cycle has come to an end. You have the Ten of Swords in the past. And you need to cut your losses and move on. You need to release the past and not try to fix it. Something is coming to completion and you're realizing that you need to take a new path toward the star. Now you have the Nine of Cups here, so there is a wish fulfillment potential. But it's going to involve, I feel like you have to go through major change. You're going through major changes. And in the process of change and waking up to the truth of a relationship, it's going to involve cutting something out. Stop wasting your energy in a situation that's not serving you. You might even be dealing with someone's hostility with the Five of Swords. And you can't fix it. There's something that you just can't fix. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you have to accept the limitations of the situation. You have to accept the reality. So if you're in a relationship and it's not serving you, it's time to wake up, cut your losses, and move on. If you're in a career situation and things are not working out the way you want them to, or you're feeling that you're just not on the right path, the Tower can bring change. It can make you think. You have to take time out and think. You might have to reinvent yourself. You might have to break everything down and then just rebuild, because the Tower represents transformation. If something is taken away, whatever was taken away was not worthy of you. So don't try to hold on to things that are not the right fit. Release and let go so that you can make room for the better, for the right person to come into your life, or the right career situation to come into your life. It could also mean, if this is a career situation, it could mean there's a lot of restructuring going on in your environment. And people might be getting petty and fighting. Like you might be dealing with people that are just every man for himself kind of thing. If that's the situation, you should start thinking about, where do I need to go from here? Because I can't fix this current situation. Whether it's a relationship or a career path, whatever it is you're feeling, it's not fulfilling you. It's not, you're feeling oppressed and you're dealing with someone's hostility, and you may get to a point where you say, you know what, I don't want to give this any more energy. I'm just going to move on. And the star is here to give you hope. So even though you might have come through a difficult ending in the past, because that's what the Ten of Swords is, feeling defeated, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling destroyed, and you're kind of like in the process of rebuilding from the ground zero. So forget the past. You have to let the past go. Keep your eye on the star, and that will help you move away from this horrible experience. Because the Ten of Swords, even though this person feels like it's over, I'm done, you know, it's done. I'm done. I'm done with this person. I'm done with this situation. There is a little bit of a light on the horizon. You can't really see it in here, but there is a new day dawning. And, you know, you can begin again in a new direction. You have to but let go of the past. Don't hold on to this energy. See it for what it is, see the truth, and release. And focus on the star. You have the Hermit here. So you might be feeling a little lonely or needing guidance. And you might even go to some people for advice. Like, what do I do? How do I deal with this Tower situation? How do I deal with this end of a cycle? You might need to take some time out to do some soul searching and to think about what's right for you, because you are going to be getting some offers and options. I mean, once this is done, there are other options coming up. You may have more than one choice or more than one path. The 4 in the near future is showing you it's someone who's feeling not valued or underappreciated. You're feeling bored. You're not really sure. You're not really wanting to give up what you have, but at the same time, you're not happy with it. So you're thinking, well, maybe there's other options out there for me because this isn't working. Something is being offered to you in August, but you're not sure you want it. And a part of you is doubting that you could even get what your wish. This is in the negative thing. You have your wish fulfillment is here. When the wish card shows up, it means that you can get what you want, but you have a negative attitude about it. You're doubting it on some level. So you have to start thinking more positive, or you have to focus on the positive in a situation. Your environment has the High Priestess. So there might be some things going on behind the scenes. There might be someone may have hidden feelings for you. You might have a secret admirer. Or you may be seen as someone who's very secretive. Maybe you need to open up and let your guard down and let people get close to you. In any case, the High Priestess is trust your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. But don't isolate yourself. There are people around you that are there for you. You just have to ask and open up. Part of your problem might be confusion in the choices. You're not sure what you want, and you're not sure how to get there. I mean, if you don't have a goal, it's really hard to achieve a goal. You have to know what you want. You have to define your goal. What is it that I want in a relationship? What is it that I want in a career path? And once you figure it out, once you write that down and get clear on that, then you'll be able to take steps to achieve it. But if you're stuck in the confusion of the choices, you're not going to go anywhere. Because you have to make a decision. You can't keep treading water and imagining the possibilities. You have to choose. And once you make that choice, then you can go full speed ahead towards it. Now you have the Page of Swords here. So there could be a situation where you were involved in something that involves gossip or spying or some kind of communication, misunderstanding. Because the Page of Swords is having a difficult conversation with someone, having to watch what, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So maybe you've been coming across as too aggressive in your communication or too harsh in your communication. It's also a card of looking deeply beneath the surface when you're trying to choose a path or choose a person. Go beneath what the surface is telling you. Look deeper, find the details, do some checking. And that way you can, when you're armed with more information, you can make the better choice. But I'm still focusing on this Star and the Nine of Cups. So there are good things happening. There might be stuff happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of that will lead you to a favorable outcome. But I feel like you're blocking it because you're holding on to a situation that has outlived its expiration date. You know, it's like I keep beating this dead horse. I keep bashing my head against a brick wall. You have to wake up with the Tower. You have to see the truth. And if it means major change, you have to make those changes. And don't let anybody bully you. Don't let anybody treat you poorly. If it means walking away, walk away. And don't look back. And focus on the Star. Focus on what you want to create for yourself rather than what is. Because you're going to be getting out of what is. If you can release and cut your losses and move on, you have the potential to achieve your goal and get your wish fulfilled in a relationship. So the full moon is happening in your 4th house, and it's also affecting your 10th house. So this is like career and home is in the spotlight in August at this full moon. You have Venus and Mars and Mercury and the Sun all in Leo. So there's going to be some big things happening in your career, which might be, I think they'll be positive. But there's also going to be some issues around home. It's like you're having to find this work-life balance. You're having to decide, okay, I want to work on getting ahead in life and my career. I don't have time for the home issues. So you have to kind of balance your energy between what you want to do, what your goals are, and with the needs of someone else. So you might, with the moon in Aquarius, that's not a very warm and fuzzy sign for the moon. Aquarius is kind of detached, and the moon is all about nurturing. So you may have to nurture yourself in August. Now Uranus and Mercury is squaring Uranus. Mercury's in the 10th, Uranus is in the 7th. So there could be some misunderstandings at work or communications. Don't believe everything you hear. It might be just gossip. And make sure that when you are speaking that you're being misunderstood, that you're being clear. There could be some surprises when it comes to relationships, both business and personal. Because even though this moon is in Leo and it's great with Venus and Mars giving you the energy to go after what you want, Venus helping you to be more charming and attract love and money. Uranus is squaring it. So there could be some surprises that you may not be ready for. Jupiter in the 2nd house is bringing you abundance. Neptune's in the 5th house though. So if you're not working on an art project, if you're working on an art project, Neptune is your friend. But if you're doing anything other than art or music or dance or anything creative, you watch out for deception, watch out for sacrificing too much of your needs for either your children or your romantic partner. The best way to handle the Neptune energy in the 5th is create. Do something creative. Paint, draw, dance, listen to music, whatever. It's time for you to have some fun. Maybe you've been through too much and now you need to break out of that worry mode or that stress mode and start to have some fun. So the new moon in Virgo at the end of the month is in your 11th house. So 11th house has the sun, the moon, Mars, and Venus. So a friendship and the groups that you belong to will be really important. You might even be joining a new group or making some new friends at the end of August. And one of those friends can turn into a romance. One of those friendships can turn to love. Uranus in the 7th can bring unexpected. It could bring a free-spirited person. With Uranus, it could be an Aquarius, or it could be someone, maybe even Aries. Someone who is very, can't be tied down, but they bring a lot of life to your world. And Saturn in the 3rd. So you're having this grand Earth trine that's affecting 11, 7, and the 3rd house. The 7th house is partnerships. The 11th house is friendships, hopes, and dreams, money. The 3rd house has to do with relatives, brothers, sisters, cousins, your local environment. So you could have some type of lucky streak through your relatives, through that affects your partnerships, through your friends. So networking might be important in August. It's a good time to network and start something new at this new moon. Venus is squaring Jupiter, so you might go overboard with spending. Be careful with your money. Because Jupiter's in the 2nd house. Jupiter in the 2nd house brings abundance. But with square to Venus, you may spend it. It may come in and go out as quickly because you're wanting to spend on luxury items, on food, on comforts, or even for a lover. The full moon happens on the new moon in Virgo. I already did the full moon, sorry. And this is a grand trine. It's a grand Earth trine. 11, 7, and 3. So even like you might be making some decisions about maybe you're signing a contract with this new moon. And if you sign a contract with this new moon or make promises to someone, it's going to be in place for a long time. So be careful. Just make sure that whatever you're committing to, it's something you want. It's something that you really want. Saturn in the 3rd house can bring some conflicts with relatives, brothers, sisters, because one of you is acting very conservative, and you're acting more radical. So you might clash with some of the people around you. But overall, I think that August at the end of the month should be fine for you. It should bring you positive relationships. It should bring hope and life back to your friendships and your relationships. So whatever you're going through at the beginning of the month, I think you will resolve by the end of the month, especially with this new beginning. If you focus on the star, focus on what you really want, visualize, feel it, and take action toward it, and you can manifest it. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. And if you'd like a private reading, just click on the link in the description box and it'll take you to my website and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say, everyone, thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for those who've ordered readings. Thank you for your support. I hope that these readings have been a help to you. And if you're new watching these videos, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. In the meantime, have a wonderful August, I'm sorry. And I'll talk to you next month. Okay, bye now.